Oh, this 6-dance triumph, maybe it's Charlie Davenport.
Lucas Holmes is going to take the win here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's going to be Ben Crouch taking home the win here at Chicagoland.
PJ Williams will finally win in the Power Truck Series. Will he though? No, he won't. Kukulon will win.
We are the NSRacing.
What's up, everyone? It's your boy NSRacing95 AKA Nathan Stapleton here, and welcome everyone to Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the home of the NRA, and we are here to kick off the Season 3 Red Bull Cup Series playoffs here tonight in Indiana. 14 races are down, 10 races to go, and at the end of these 10 races in about in about a month and a half to 2 months, we will know who the Cup Series champion will be. Last Monday night, prime time, we saw the regular season finale in a dramatic finish and an interesting finish as well. And it ended up being Angel Oliveira with a clutch win, locking himself into the Season 3 Cup Series playoffs. 16 drives have a shot, but after Minneapolis, Michigan, and I believe Darlington, we will know of who will be out of the Season 3 Cup Series playoffs. And here is how the playoff standings look before race number 15 here tonight. Wadgway and Noah Clifton are tied for the points lead, each with 2015 points after the points reset. Jake Galloway, only driver with 2 wins, he has 2010 points. And then Brett Sealer, Mitchell Collins, John Gunner, Sebastian Kukulon, I should say, Boss Minute, Wyatt Quayle, and Angel Oliveira, all with 2005 points. And then Diego Yepes, Bradley Wing, Carter Friesen, Rob Evans, DJ Reed, and Zachary Yolello, all with 0 wins, and they have 2,000 points. A lot can happen though here at anything can, and most likely will happen. So, it's gonna be a wild night here at the Brickyard, and it's gonna be interesting of who rounds out on top. So, these drivers are going to go and get wood to life here at the Brickyard for race number 15 on the season and to start the round of 16. And I just looked this up. I apologize, I got it wrong. It's not Minneapolis, Darlington, Michigan, and then Darlington. It's actually Minneapolis, Darlington, and then Michigan. So, my apologies, but still, very interesting round of 16, and after Michigan we will know of who will make it into the round of 12. Make sure everyone is rolling, and looks like they are here at the Brickyard. And here's the top 10 for the Discord 400. Mark Davidson still on the pole, and a long time is the part-time race winner, Bend Over. Well, number 2, we have Christian Vargas and highest starting playoff driver of Roger Way. Well, number 3, we have Rob Evans and Jake Galloway. One number 4, we have Johnny Garner and Carter Friesen. One number 5, we have Steven Cologne and Angel Oliveira. So all 4 Jokers racing goals still inside the top 10. Just a little note, if in the name for the starting grid and it has a P next to it, then that means that they are in the playoffs. Speaking of the playoffs, the lowest starting playoff driver coming into this race here tonight is Sebastian Kukulon, all the way back, and I believe 38th place. 38th place. So, you know, in 36th place or something like that. So, a lot of work to do for Sebastian Krugel on here tonight, but anything can happen, and anything will happen. It's the Brickyard, it's the Discworth winner, and it is playoff time here for the Red Bull Cup Series. Pace car dives onto pit road, and that will leave the field in the hands of Mark Davidson and Ben Dover. And the Season 3 NIOA Red Bull Cup Series playoffs is green at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Let's go racing at prime time. Christian Vogt in number 95 for the Vaughn family racing with one heck of a jump, and he will lead lap number 1. And here comes Johnny Gunner to the inside of his teammate Rob Evans, and he's going to easily take second away. And here's the big thing: they can't go 3 wide here at Indianapolis. I apologize for the freaking dog. Anyway, Johnny Garner up to second, but Stephen Cohen, he missed out of the playoffs. He would love to get a win here today at Indianapolis. And here's the thing: sure, we have 16 drivers going for this championship, and 16 drivers that are in the playoffs, but there's still everyone else out on the racetrack. There's a total of 42 cars, and we have a caution on the racetrack. And looks like it was not really anything major, but Bobby Frazier looks to have gone around. And then number 32. It must be just a simple spin. And the first caution is out on lap number 2. Here at the Brickyard. Now this is gonna be interesting, because a lot like Pocono, this is gonna be about a 2 pit stop race. But if these guys pit now, then they're gonna have. It's gonna be interesting if these guys decide to pit here on lap number 3 of 40. Tough week for Bobby Frazier. He's not had a good season up to this point. He is returning to Go Fast Racing, but he's definitely not had the season that he wanted in yet. There's the skid mouse right there between 3 and 4. Looks like it was just a spin, and not much damage for that number 32 of Bobby Frazier. He should be okay to continue in this one. Let's see, will everyone pit on lap number 3? Looks like everyone's gonna pit. Interesting strategy to pit on lap number 3. But that's just showing you of how close it might be for these guys to make it on fuel. But everyone's gonna pit here, all 42 cars on pit road, and this is a tough pit road because of its because of how narrow it is. It is very, very narrow, and if there's any mistakes whatsoever, that could cost them. And there's mistakes right there. Rob Evans and Stephen Cohen makes contact on pit road. I don't know what happened right there, but right when I said something, Rob Evans and Stephen Cohen make contact. And that's what I'm talking about. This is a very narrow pit road, and we will see stuff like that all day long. Now that's going to hold Rob Evans on pit road for a little bit longer than what he would like. And yeah, that's really going to cost Rob Evans a lot of ground. He was in the top 5, and now he's going to get hit again, this time from DJ Reed. And oh man, a bad pit stop, a bad pit road cycle for Rob Evans and that number 65 team. But let's see who won the race off of pit road. It was the number 95 of Christian Vargas, going in second. William Block in third. Dillell in fourth. Noah Clifton, he started 15th, I believe, and he's all the way inside the top 5 thanks to his pit crew. And everyone else coming off pit road as well. So, just a simple spin caution. But a busy pit road causes some drama for one of the championship contenders, Rob Evans, in the number 65. Let's go ahead and see what happened to the 32 of Bobby Frazier to bring out the first caution of the day here for the disqualification in for race number 1 of the 2020 Red Bull Cup Series playoffs. Here we go. This happened a very simple caution, very deep in the field. Daniel Rose got into a playoff container of Bronson Minute that sent him up into Bobby Frazier, and around Frazier went a little bit of slight left side damage between himself and Daniel Royals. But other than that, he did an amazing job saving that car, just doing a 360 and keeping it straight. But unfortunately, that was what brought out the caution. It probably shouldn't have, but it did. And that is what brought out the first caution of the day at the Brickyard. A very calm one here to start this race. Following along with the 32 of Bobby Frazier. Here we go, this happened. This was not Rob Evans' fault. Mitchell Collins, he slowed down to go to his pit stall, and Stephen Cohn just got into the corner, into the side, and Rob Evans had nowhere to go but clip him a little bit. And other than that, Rob Evans was okay. That did cause him to have a little bit of a slower stop than what he wanted to. But then again, some people might have done only 2 tires and different strategies than him. And then obviously we saw after the fact when he was coming out off of pit road, he just so happened to turn right where DJ Reed was gonna be, and he made a little bit of contact. And that's not a little bit, that is a, there's not a lot, but it's definitely gonna affect Rob Evans enough in that 65 team for Evans going to motorsports. Not the way that he wanted to start his championship hunt in his rookie season here for the Red Bull Cup Series. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get back to the restart. If Christian Vargas out front in the number 95, here at the Brickyard, and here for the restart for race number 15 on the season. Welcome back at the Brickyard here for race number 15 on the season. We will go back going on lap number 7 of 40, and here is the top 10 for this restart. Christian Vargas is out front, Johnny Garner in second, Eli Bright and not Eli Bright, that's next season. William Block in third, Zachary Delero in fourth, Noah Clifton in fifth, Evan Hunter in sixth, Diego Lopez in seventh, Zach Winkle in eighth, Patrick Smith in ninth, and running out the top 10 is Stephen Cohen. And it's gonna be interesting to see how much damage he really has on this restart back going on lap 7 of 40 at the Brickyard. Now it's gonna be interesting because even though these guys pitted on lap 3 and they're going back going on lap 7, they still have to make maybe 1 or 2 more pit stops due to the fact that it's about 15 to 18 laps on fuel. So it's gonna be really interesting later on in this one. But Delero with a massive one to the inside of Johnny Garner. Delero, he doesn't really have a race winning record in the Red Bull Cup Series, but he's definitely a consistent driver. And it's going to be interesting to see what Zachary Delero does here in these playoffs. He could be one of the underdogs here in these playoffs. Same with Friesen and DJ Reed and obviously Diego Lopez as well. That is kind of tight right there, almost 3 wide with the championship contender of Diego Yepes. Why I was mentioning his name. Back out front, focus out front. And now Delero tried getting to the inside of Garner, but Garner a block, and he tried sending it into the 95. But he couldn't get there. I thought something happened because the pack getting split out, but that's just nothing. Here comes Johnny Garner going for the race lead in the number 5. And he's gonna take it. Here comes Evan Hunter in the number 38 now, up to second. William Block in third. And how about the season number 1 champion Patrick Smith? He's not had a great season, better than last season. Last season, sure he got 2 wins, but he was outside the top 30 in points and did not make it into the playoffs. This season, he's about, I want to say, inside the top 20, top 25 in points, but definitely not the season that Patrick Smith wanted. And because of that, he is leaving Stewart Racing. He's not liked what he's seen the past 2 seasons since he made the switch from Toyota to Ford. He's still going to drive a Ford in season 4 in 2021, but instead of a Stewart Haas car, he's going to drive the number 17 for Roush Fenway Racing. So it's going to be interesting to see if Patrick Smith can get back to his winning ways in 2021. But meanwhile, back out front, Johnny Garner still leading. Evan Hunter in second, but maybe not for long, because here comes William Block to the inside of Evan Hunter going into turn number 3. And that's what these guys are going to have to do with this 550 horsepower package. You need to draft with each other on these long straightaways and slingshot by going into turn 1 and turn 3. And for William Block, he was not able to do that on William Block was not able to do that on Evan Hunter back time by. But here comes Delero. Oh boy, that was close. I'm telling you, Delero, he might be a sleeper for this playoffs. He snuck his way in, and he might have a shot at making it into at least a round of 8 in that number 8 club. But here comes the regular season champion, Noah freaking Clifton, the Aussie of the Cup Series, having a stellar season. Last season he got hot during the playoffs when he was not in it, and this year he's been red hot all season long. And it's gonna be interesting if he can win a race, or if he can just point it his way in all the way to the final 4. But he's actually gonna look with his Chevy teammate of Delero, almost caught by Evan Hunter. Evan Hunter keeps on blocking right behind him, and he stays in second. But Garner doing a good job out front, and oh my god! One car is flipping wildly, and we have a big one at Indianapolis, the huge one down the back stretch off of turn number 2, Benny Watson, Travis Crampton. And that's the 81 of State Diaz that went upside down. Eli Bright is done, DJ Reed is involved, Josh Williamson, Madison Tall, Travis Crampton, Quentin Moore, Bobby Frazier involved in his second crash of the day. Stephen Cohen is destroyed. Color to Friesen is involved, he's destroyed. Wyatt Quayle's destroyed. The 24 of John Andrews, Bronson Minnick is destroyed. Say Diaz. Holy crap. A massive crash off of turn number 2. And this might have just shook everything up in the playoff standings. There's no question about that. This is definitely going to shake things up in the playoff standings. And a little bit of a stack up right there. But that is going to be huge, especially for the guys that were involved, that are in the playoffs. And most of them are going to be done because of this as well. Boston, he's not gonna be done, I don't think, but he's gonna have a lot of back-end damage in that number 12 machine. DJ Reed, he doesn't look that bad like some of the others, but so many good race cars. Mark Davis in the poster is destroyed. Shane Winslow. All I saw was a black car just fly into the air, and that ended up being Say Diaz. And a wild flip here at the Brickyard. Sebastian Kuklon, he's gonna pit in the number 41. We saw a little bit of contact among the stack up, so Jake Galloway's gonna pit. Rob Evans is gonna pit, and most of the destroyed race cars are gonna pit as well. A massive crash, the big one at Indy off of turn number 2 on lap number 13. And now, this has changed everything in the playoff picture here at Indianapolis. Not that many cars are gonna be left on the racetrack without some kind of damage because of this. About half the field with damage now. A massive incident here at the Brickyard. Let's go and see what happened to bring out caution number 2 here for season number 3 of the for season number 3 of the Minari Red Bull Cup Series and for the Discord 400 at the Brickyard. Here we go, this lap going into turn number 2. They were gonna go double file, but then Shane Winslow went through the middle of turn number 2 in between Crampton and Diaz, and it didn't help that they just all squeezed up there. Crampton went up, Diaz went down, and up the track they went. This is a big hit. Diaz pinched into the air, Crampton off the ground. Quiet Quail is involved. Cult of Friesen is involved. That's 2 playoff contenders right there. I believe Jake Galloway got a piece of it. And then, Boston Minnick as well. A massive crash here at the Brickyard. Wyatt Quail. DJ Reed looked like he stopped, so that's a good thing for him. But Cult of Friesen, he's destroyed a lot of torn-up race cars here at the Brickyard. And, we were not expecting this. This did not happen in testing. And unfortunately, a massive crash for Diaz and multiple other cars. And that's going to take out a handful of drivers and a couple of championship favorites as well. Bronson Minnick. Carl Friesen, Wyatt Quail, Jake Galloway. It doesn't look like he has damage, but he definitely has damage. I think Marjorie is okay. But man, oh man, a massive pileup off of turn number 2 here at the Brickyard on lap number 12 of 40. Following along with the 81 of Sayo Diaz. And now, a flyby shot. Here we go, welcome back at the Brickyard. We will go back on lap number 17 of 40 here at the Brickyard, and for the Discord 400, here is the top 10 on the second race of the day. John Garner leads, Evan Hunter in second, Toledo in third, Brock in fourth, Clifton in fifth, Andrew Miller in sixth out of nowhere, Patrick Smith in seventh, Osman Armin in eighth, Christian Vogus in 9th, and Diego Yepes in 10th. And here are the cars that are out from that massive big one. Madison Tall, Josh Williamson, Eli Bright, Alexander Roll, Wyatt Quail, that's a big one. Travis Crampton, Shane Winslow, Sarah Diaz, Stephen Cohen, Carl Friesen, that's a big one. Benny Watson, Quentin Moore, the 32 of Bobby Frazier, and the 24 of John Andrews. Everyone else is still out there on the racetrack. 28 cars still out there on the racetrack. And oh no, a problem for the number 22. And Mitchell Collins, I think he might have just blew an engine or has some kind of engine problem because he is now on pit road. But I don't know if he's going to be done or not. A really wacky race up to this point, and we are not even halfway through this thing. Now Zachary Delello going to the race lead in this number 8 machine. He snuck his way into the playoffs and he's been very strong all day long. And who knows, he could very well sneak a win at the end of this race. And Mitchell Collins, he's going to get back out onto the racetrack, but he's going to go one lap down here at the Brickyard. Jake Gower, that's going to be huge. He had a 10-point buffer, well, not really 10-point buffer, but he had 2010 points. He's gonna, right now he's gonna be in 26th place. And unless we crash again, that's most likely where he's gonna finish. Cause Mark Davidson, he's slow and he's gonna be right behind him. But for Jake Gower, he's only going 165 and these guys are going 185, so he's 20 miles an hour slower. So that is a tough way for Jake Galloway. And I mean, it's not the end of the world, but then again, only 3 playoff drivers really have had the biggest problems. There's, well, mainly 4. The 20 of Carl Friesen and the 15 of Wyatt Quayle. That's the main 2 that are out of this race right now. Mitch Collins is now 1 lap down. And now Jake Galloway's 26th place. So it's gonna be interesting. It's not gonna be over for him by a long shot. We've seen of how much speed he has, but man, oh man, it's not gonna. The next week is not gonna be easy for Jake Galloway now at Darlington and Michigan. That's for sure. But now Garner, he has the best car. That's for freaking sure. We saw of what this team did at Pocono last Monday, about 10 days ago at Pocono. We saw of how strong Johnny Garner had of a car. This track very similar to Pocono. So I'm not surprised whatsoever that Garner is out front. Delello trying to chase him down in the number 8. And here comes Angel Overa, the guy that did a clutch win last week at Pocono. He's moving his way up inside the top 5 now. Osman Harmon and the number 13 up front as well. Brett Sealer, Noah Clifton, and Roger Way as well. And how about the number 3 of Elijah Gordon? He has some back-end damage. And he is in this lead pat still. DJ Reed, he had to stop to avoid that big one, and he's comfortably in this lead pat. Yepes is in this lead pat. There's still a lot of good race cars that have a good shot at the race run. And speaking of the race run and speaking of the race lead, we are halfway through this thing. 20 laps down, 20 laps to go. Finally. And now Zachary Delello leads here at the Brickyard. But one of the stronger cars of the day, Christian Fergus, the only Toyota in the field that did not make it into the playoffs. He is leading a Toyota of Angel Overa up to the front. And now they are up to 2nd and 3rd here at Indy, but Garner not going to let Overa take that 3rd place spot away that easy though. And now Clifton, he's been strong all season, but he's been strong so far today as well. Zamin we haven't really seen him up front that much this season, but he's up front. And how about Rob Evans? We thought he was going to have a lot of damage and not really have a good shot at finishing today. But right now he's inside the top 10, and he might even have a good shot at the race run. This is what I mean. Like the past 2 weeks, the Evans Garner Motorsports cars, they have really, really good flat track 2.5 mile long super speedway program. And oh, pit stops. Some people are pitting. I don't know why they're pitting on lap 22. Unless the 22 is strategy here. The 4 is in. Upsat Winkle. Elijah Gordon, Patrick Smith. The 66 have bent over. The 25 for Clunt McKee. Daniel Foyle's not against Scott. Not really too many. There's no championship contenders that pitted. But could we see pit stops happening already? With 18 laps to go, this is right on the fuel window that they could make it. About 16 to 19 laps on fuel. Give or take an extra lap or so. So if they are deciding to pit right now, then this can get interesting. And they are. They are deciding to pit right now. Very interesting here at the Brickyard. And now that's going to leave the field in the hands of Evan Hunter. He's been pretty strong. I think he's in the top 25 in points. So not the best of seasons, but not the worst of seasons though for Evan Hunter. It's already been announced that he will go to the 95 car next season for their farewell tour in the Cup Series, as they will shut down that 95 team for the Line family racing. But and now catching up to this 4 car and Rob Evans, who we thought he was not gonna have a chance. Now he's gonna be the race leader, going down onto pit road, and now he's gonna stay out. He's actually gonna stay out. So is the 21, so is the 41 as well. Some people doing strategy. Actually, yeah, some people doing strategy. And then the 12, he has not pitted yet. There's a lot of different strategies here at the Brickyard, and these should be the one and only green flag pit stops of the race. But when will Rob Evans pit? A busy backstretch here at Indianapolis. Rob Evans has not pitted yet. Neither has Francois Chastain, Sebastian Kuklon, or Bronson Minnick. I'm pretty sure everyone else has pitted, besides those 4. Rob Evans stays out. Francois Chastain, Sebastian Kuklon, and Bronson Minnick all stay out. So I don't know, maybe pitting was a good idea, because now these guys, they are able to stay out, and I don't even know what's going on right now. I think most of the field is a lap down because of these top 4 staying out, of Rob Evans, Francois Chastain, Sebastian Kuklon, and Bronson Minnick. But when are these gonna happen? When do these guys have to pit? Because surely they cannot make it for 15 laps around this place. I know for a fact that they can't. But let's just see at the line. Yeah, there's only 7 cars on the lead lap. The last, oh my good lord, that was close. And make that 8 cars now. 8 cars on the lead lap. And if Winkle can get by Rob Evans, then that will be a total of 9. Rob Evans, he is definitely not that good right now. He is on old tires compared to the rest of these guys around him. The question is, when will he pit? I swear, if Rob Evans somehow pulls a rabbit out of his you-know-what and gets this race win, then that would be something, but I doubt that will happen. I doubt they will be able to make it. Because that would be a search for Rob Evans, Francois Chastain, Sebastian Kuklon, and Bronson Minnick to make it all the way on fuel. 13 laps to go. It's a long way left here at the Brickyard. And eventually, this should cycle out. I don't know. I think this should cycle out to maybe Zachary Galileo. I think. I honestly have zero freaking clue. This is wacky. What a way to kick off the playoffs. And oh, I think Rob Evans is gonna pit. He pits on lap 28. But Francois Chastain, Sebastian Coulon, and Bronson all stay out. So Rob Evans pits. But now the new race leader is Francois Chastain. So now that makes it where there's 12 cars on the lead lap. Now Foils and Patrick Smith are also trying to get back onto the lead lap. And I think once this cycles out, it should end up being the 8th, but I don't know. This is weird. Welcome to the playoffs, I guess. Patrick Smith moves Foils out of the way. But let's see what Francois Chastain pit this time by. And no, he does not. What about Coulon? No, he does not. And Bronson, he does not stay. He does not pit. So Bronson, Sebastian Coulon, and Francois Chastain, 3 forwards by the way, still out there on the racetrack doing different strategy. I think they pitted under that last caution or something, I don't know. And there's Rob Evans going back out onto the racetrack. And now, yeah, we have 12 cars on the lead lap, I believe. But Francois Chastain definitely off the pace. He's gonna have to pit eventually. He cannot make it all the way. And even if he does, he would not. His tires would probably blow out by the time he crossed the line. But he can't pit this lap. But they don't pit anyway. Coulon, Chastain, and Bronson all stay out. This is a gamble and a half though for Coulon and for Coulon and Bronson. I give them credit because they have damage. They have to get points no matter what. But I don't know of how well this is gonna work out. As you can tell by my voice, I am speechless of what is going on right now here at Indianapolis. Now Angel Oliveira, he's closing in on the number 21. He might be able to get his lap back here shortly. Same with Bendover. Well, now they definitely will because Francois Chastain is pitting. And so is Coulon. Is Bronson gonna pit? No, he's staying out. Bronson is staying out, and I believe he's gonna be the last one to pit. And now that means that we are gonna have so many cars on the lead lap now because of this. I think we're gonna have 24. Yeah, we're gonna have 24 cars on the lead lap. Something happened to Brett Steele and Eli Bright and Elijah Gordon. Because now they are on, and now they are a lap down. But once Bronson pits, they will get their lap back. So I'm gonna go back up to the front to, I believe, I don't even know. Bronson, is he gonna pit this time by? Looks like he will, and yes, he will. So now Brett Stewart and William Block are gonna get the lap back. So will Elijah Gordon. Now, I believe this would be a battle for the race lead. And Francois Chastain is going to come out ahead. And so will Sebastian Coulon. No, not quite. But what a gamble from those two. Oh, he almost comes up on his teammate. But what a gamble from those guys of Coulon, Francois Chastain, and several others. And let's see, Bronson, will he beat them off pit road? I highly doubt it. Catching up to lap, Bronson's teammate Mitchell Collins is only going 175. He's gonna try to get out of the way. Jesus. And yeah, Bronson, he is not gonna be able to do it, and he just held up Zachary Delillo. He had a really fast car. He had a shot at this race win, and he got held up because of Mitchell Collins, and he's still getting held up. But Evan Hunter's gonna let Delillo in. And oh boy, this is interesting because technically, Francois Chastain is lean, but here comes Johnny Garner and Noah Clifton almost made 3 wide. Noah Clifton, where did he come from? We've seen him all day long, but even with all his pit stops and all his wackiness, he's still up front. Now Mitchell Collins going down to pit road. Gonna catch up to the number 51 of Mark Davidson, and only going 156. Miles now stuck in 3rd gear. But now Johnny Garner has caught up to him. This about 8 car pack has caught up to Francois Chastain, and we have 8 cars battling for this race win at Indianapolis. We might have more if that second pack can catch up in time. With 7 laps to go at the Brickyard, who will win the first playoff race of season number 3? Will it be Johnny Garner? Will it be Zach Winkle? Francois Chastain? Noah freaking Clifton? The regular season champion? Christian Vargas? Zachary Delillo? Evan Hunter? Sebastian Coupon? Been in hood buckle. It can be anyone at this point. Now with 6 laps to go, catching up to the slow lap car of Mark Davidson, and that's gonna hold up everyone. Francois Chastain got one on the top side. And now Noah Clifton's gonna get held up by a lap car. And so will Zachary Delillo. And this is actually gonna help some of these guys in the second pack. Angel O'Vail in the second pack now. Now that might have just split up the pack to a 4 car pack, and now we're gonna catch up to Mitchell Collins once again. Oh my good lord. But this pack is gonna slow down a little bit because of Mitchell Collins. And now here comes Francois Chastain, and all these lap cars are causing massive headaches right now here at the Brickyard. This is almost like getting hit in the head with a bajillion bricks left and right with all these lap cars. And we are not done yet. We still have 5 laps to go at the Brickyard. Still a long way to go here in the Discord 400. Johnny Garner, one of the fastest cars of the day up front. Evan Hunter, he's been a top 5, top 8 car all day. Christian Vargas, he's been the top 5, top 8 car all day. Angel O'Vail up front now, once again. We didn't see him always on here today, and we didn't see him always on until late in the going at Pocono as well. Yepes up front, Roger Way, the defending champion. So many different storylines, and we still have 4 laps to go, and they caught up to Jake Galloway now once again. The top 2 get by him easily, but now the 95's gonna get held up by Jake Galloway. And Jake Galloway's still not gonna let his Toyota teammate by. Now he does on this long back straightaway. Evan Hunter all over the back bumper of Johnny Garner, but Garner was blocked when Evans went up to the top side a little bit. Garner, a very experienced veteran in the Cup Series and just racing in general. Coming to 3 laps to go. Johnny Garner, he has 1 win this season. Yeah, 1 win this season. Trying to get his 2nd win on the season. But Evan Hunter trying to get his 1st. Vargas trying to get his 1st. Chastain trying to get his 1st. Angel O'Vail trying to go 2 in a freaking row. Yepes trying to get his 1st. Osmanami trying to get his 1st. And Roger Way trying to get his 4th. Noah Clifton trying to get his 1st as well. And Jake Galloway is... Never mind. Here we go. I don't know. Will we see any more lap calls? I don't know. I don't think so. I think we might be good for the last 2 and a quarter laps of the race. Evan Hunter, he couldn't get to the inside of Johnny Garner. Got a massive 1 going into turn number 4. Here we go. 2 laps to go. Who will win the Discord 1, and who, if anyone, Well, can a playoff driver punch their ticket into the round of 12? Focus to the inside of Evan Hunter, but Evan Hunter blocks. This is a cat and mouse game right now. Who will make the move, and when that person makes the move, will the guy in front of them block them? 9 colors have a shot in this 3-pad. Evan Hunter to the inside. Garner can't get there in time. He can't block in time. Evan Hunter, can he get there? Can he make a stick? But Garner chops Evan Hunter off. All that with the past lap gone for Evan Hunter. But now Garner has about a 3-car lead, and he has a full pack of cars behind him. Evan Hunter, Francois Chastain, Angel Oliveira, and others. Here we go, final lap in the Discord for final lap in the first chase race of Season 3 of the Red Bull Cup Series. Can Garner hang on and punch his ticket into the round of 12 here at Indianapolis? Evan Hunter, can he get there? He's gonna have one more shot going into turns 3 and 4. He's gonna send it into turn 3. But Garner chops him off again. That happened 2 laps in a row. And I think that might have just done it. Angel Oliveira is gonna get 3rd. Evan Hunter's gonna get 2nd. But coming to the line, Johnny Garner. He was strong last week at Pocono, and he's gonna be strong again. And Johnny Garner will win the Discord 100 at Indianapolis and punch his ticket into the round of 12. A strong performance here tonight for Johnny Garner and for Evans Garner Motorsports. They get it done at Indianapolis, and they get a win. And they're locked in to the round of 12. Angel Oliveira ends up getting 4th out of this. A great one for last week's winner. And oh boy, things have gotten interesting. An interesting race, a wild race, and Johnny Garner gets the job done at the Brickyard. And he is the first guy to make it into the round of 12. Great ones for both Noah Clifton and both great ones for Roger Ray and Noah Clifton, who had the points lead coming into this race. They both get a top 10 ones. Great one for Diego Yepes in 8th. Great one for Angel Oliveira in 8th. In 4th. Some other guys, DJ Reed did a great job. He comes home in 12th. Bob Evans, he bounces back up to 13th after some chaos early on. Bradley Reedman 16th. A heartbreaker though for Zachary Delano. He had a top 5 car all day long, but lap cars kept on getting in his way and not in his favor, and he comes home in 18th. Kuglon, but with a bold strategy, I have to admit that was a bold strategy from the 21, the 65, the 12, and the 41. It worked out well for the 21 and the 65, but it worked out okay for the 41. Didn't have too much damage, but it did not work out for Wassup. He comes home in 24th. Brett Steele 23rd, and then obviously a couple big ones there of Mitch Collins in 28th, Jake Galloway in 26th, Friesen in 33rd, and then of course Wright Will in 38th. A wild race here at the Brickyard to open off the chase, the playoffs, whatever you want to call it here at Indianapolis. This race never disappoints. That's a bit wacky, a little bit of a wackier side, but it was still a pretty good race. And Johnny Garner joins Jake Galloway as the second 2-time winner of this season in the Red Bull Cup Series, and he punches his ticket into the round of 12. Huh, man, a wild race here at the Brickyard. We saw pit strategy, saw a single call spin, and we saw a gigantic crash with the big one, and with a couple cars go airborne. Man, oh man. Garner, he drove the wheels off of that thing those last 2 laps. He chopped off at Evan Hunter twice in turn number 3, and both times helped them secure the race victory. Man, Johnny Garner and Evan Garner Motorsports, they might be a secret threat going into these playoffs here for season number 3. Thank you guys so much for watching here for this worth wondering. This weekend we go night racing for the first time ever at Darlington Raceway. The past 2 seasons it's been done at day, but this season it's at night and in the playoffs. Friday night it will be trucks to kick off their round of 12, and then on Saturday night, race 2 of the round of 12 starts for the Red Bull Cup Series. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Johnny Garner for getting the race win in this worth wondering. The points, the playoff points, the regular, not regular season points, but the normal points I should say. The looking at the year points, the team points, and the points heading into Darlington for the playoff drivers are coming up next at the end of this video. And once again, congratulations to Johnny Garner for getting the race win here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And until this weekend for Darlington Raceway, I will see you guys then. Bye!